Good morning. Yes, this is the hostage rescue demonstration. We're here with Navy SEALs and military veterans. We're going to show you what we've learned in our training. All right, let's go.
Move.
Intense flames and smoke filled this South Nashville home Sunday afternoon.
Boom! Yeah. And the window shook, and my two daughters and I ran out on the deck, of course.
If you've never had a good cup of coffee prepared by an expert barista, put it on your list of things to do.
Hey. I'm not ashamed that I came here yesterday, too.
I'm not ashamed that you did it.
Andrella, like a lot of other people, was just looking for a job.
I'm like, I don't have anything right now. He put me up here, and I've been here ever since.
What she didn't expect to find was a new home at Gabby's in South Nashville. She's the first person you see when you walk in. She's the one that customers miss when she's gone.
Okay, and are we sending this to her home or her office?
I had a job in college at a flower shop, and the most exciting time for me was Valentine's Day because everything smelled like roses.
They have to be perfect when they leave, and fortunately roses give us lots of petals to make sure they go out in perfect shape.
Some small business owners say they just can't catch a break.
It is what it is. I can't stop them from doing what they want to do.
Cell phone.
And with the number of distracted drivers he sees, this is a surprise for Sergeant Anthony Griffin with the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Saving lives and saving families from heartache of the serious injuries and of possibly having a loved one killed in a crash.
That is the reason Sergeant Griffin says THP is using new technology to predict where serious or deadly crashes might happen, putting troopers ahead of the game.
That hot spot there where you can see it's a shade of red, and basically you pull it up and you would see 4-hour blocks totaling 24 hours, and you would see that between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. on today's date, there's a 58% chance of a possible significant crash occurring in that particular area. So what we would do is we would deploy troopers to that area and hopefully either sit stationary, obviously run traffic enforcement, and hopefully get a reduction in traffic crashes on that particular day during that particular time.
This store has been out of business for more than a year, but this week you can warm up by the wood-burning stove and get a hot meal.
We're providing 3 meals a day. We provide a hot breakfast and a hot lunch, and mostly at night it's sandwiches and things like that.
James Harrell hasn't seen much of his porch
Soaking up that sun, man.
or his shorts lately.
I'm going to dress for the occasion.
It's a rare treat to experience both in the winter
Just enjoying it.
with his best friend.
With more on this key decision. John?
Scott, we are very likely to see a battle inside the House of Representatives in the state capitol, which you can see behind me. A group of lawmakers is trying to force a vote to repeal Common Core, and tonight many parents are rallying behind them. Carrying signs and waving flags, about 200 people come to War Memorial Plaza calling for change.
They will repeal Common Core.
Sorting through truckloads of odds and ends, it's anything but fun. But for some reason...
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
23-year-old Adam Swaggerty
Thank you.
looks forward to this day every year.
Adam is a people person. Even though he was born with Down syndrome, he's definitely a people person and really thoroughly enjoys this.
There you go. Perfect.
Adam finds a way to turn this time-consuming, mundane chore into something more.
There are two guys, they don't even know each other, but now they're playing together. We're talking to all these aspiring idol contestants right here.
It's become something of a Bonnaroo tradition.
Yes.
The day before the festival, fans let their hair down in this Walmart parking lot.
It's the best party I've been at.
Man said, boys, call home. That's gonna be a long one. I don't want to say it, but I will.
Well, as you travel across the United States, you meet different people and how they treat veterans.
Some of you may not see home again.
You got to see how we treat our veterans down in Nashville.
Now where can you go to see country music stars? It's what we all come to Nashville for.
There's no other place quite like it. Every year, more than 12 million people from around the world make their way to Music City.
70 students are getting in tune with Dona Nobi's Pacham.
It's a very focused time now. It's no longer just preparing for a concert every semester. We're now preparing for a massive concert out of state in a huge city.
It's a memorial service under the Jefferson Street Bridge, the same place where many of Nashville's homeless gather and where some have even been found dead.
So many of them have been estranged from their families, and that's so sad.
This man calls himself Cowboy. He tells us he became homeless after breaking his back as a cowboy in a rodeo show.
Fox 17 photojournalist James Egbert gives us a look into the aviation world of these old boys and their toys.
So we've got World War I planes, World War II, Korean War. We have jets, a lot of warplanes.
Well, Scott Stacy, why don't you go ahead and follow me inside Dan McGinnis Irish Pub for a closer look at day one of a 3-day St. Patrick's celebration. Now, what you're about to see is really the calm before the storm. We're expecting a lot more people to show up here a little bit later tonight. Now, a police spokesperson says there's nothing wrong with having a little fun on St. Patrick's Day, but are asking everyone to do so responsibly, because all it takes is one bad decision to bring a tragedy out of a celebration.
If you want Irish, this is it.
Everyone's a little Irish.
McGinnis Irish Pub.
This weekend in Music City.
We are at the Dan McGinnis Irish Pub, and we are the oldest Irish pub in the city of Nashville.
Dan McGinnis is kicking off 3 days of traditional Irish music.
Thankful for y'all and Life Flight and, and the volunteers in Rutherford County. Everybody that participated played a major role in helping to save my child's life.
And we are going to bring you the Carney's story, an amazing story, how the efforts of Vanderbilt Life Flight gave their son a second chance.
He just looks amazing.
3-year-old Mason Carney looks like your typical toddler, shyly hugging his mom and pointing at planes flying overhead.
There's a big bed laying right there. That's where you were when you were sick.
Yeah.
Remember when you got in the car accident with your daddy? Yeah, you were pretty sick.
I mean, that's the two biggest things for kids is that.
But you're doing great now.
Recovering from a brain tumor well enough to brave the cold at LP Field, 5-year-old Brandon Muse is standing by to see his favorite team in person.
To see Tigers.
Thanks to Make-A-Wish.
It kind of draws tears to me because, it's tears of joy. But, to see my son be here for this day, man, he really went through a really tough struggle for his age.
Muse was diagnosed with a brain tumor at just 4 years old. In the past year, he's had surgery to remove it. Months later, he had new growth and went back for another procedure to drain it out. His father says Brandon is on the road to recovery, and this is the perfect pit stop to keep him on track.
He loved the people. He loved the football team. I mean, they come to see him. I'm really about to break down now.
Touching moments, not just for his family, but for those who partnered to make the 2-day event happen.
.45, we welcome you back to Fox 17 this morning with breaking news. Take a look at that incredible scene right now in Murfreesboro. Our photojournalist James Egbert just got to the scene of an accident. This is involving multiple tractor trailers. We have a fuel spill. Not certain on injuries at this point. This is 24 westbound, which is closed right at the Fortress Avenue off-ramp. As you can see, massive cleanup underway. In fact, our photojournalist James Egbert has some information for us. James, what can you tell us about that messy situation?
Well, I got here just a few minutes ago, and I did see one ambulance leave the scene, unknown if that was involved with this accident.
Scientists like Andrew Zylstra have spent countless hours peering through a microscope. And now he may have helped make a breakthrough discovery.
What I'm very excited about is that we are talking about the behavior of cancer.
Vanderbilt researchers have been studying prostate cancer and what causes some cases to spread into the bones or lungs.
Don't let nobody turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking.
There's nothing different
Martin Luther King is so awesome.
about the march or the message.
We shall overcome someday.
I've always
always been interested in the idea of floating colors and floating lights, especially in the contrast with the dark background.
There's always something nice about light when it's dark, and I'm not too big of a fan of the dark anyway. So.
It's the whole the idea of this project is for you guys to interact with it. So go touch it, go kick around, do whatever you want to it, or pop one or two if you want to.
Are there little lights in each balloon?
Yes, yes.
What kind?
My logic today is not trying to be political one way or another. Just have good fun, food, fun, and fellowship here today.
A Second Amendment rally and pistol shoot in its third year. Representative Mike Sparks gave it this name 2 months ago, having nothing to do with reaction to the mass shooting in Connecticut. With a gun school, instructors, and gun carriers present, Sparks says instead of being a political rally, it's about supporting a right.
Since 1989, the Nashville Nutcracker has taken audiences on a magical adventure. And for a 6th year, the Nashville Ballet is back, bringing Music City a twist on a classic Christmas tale.
Is a minute with you, girls, better than 2 without. Whoa, I won't be a fool, but I can't play it cool, so I'm playing it safe, and I'm breaking the rules.